WRSU FM, New Brunswick.
Hey, how's it going? I'm Connor with WRSU FM, and I am here with Tipling Rock. You guys want to introduce yourselves real quick?
I'm Ben.
What's up? I'm Tommy.
Yo, I am Dylan.
Nice meeting you guys. So you guys are a Boston band, right? But a lot of your music is kind of beachy and tropical, has good vibes that way. Where exactly did that come from?
So back when I was a kid, every summer I would spend it in Maine at my family's place. So I spent a lot of time on the beach there in the summers, and I think that, you know, when it came time to start formulating sort of the image and the sonics for Tipling Rock, I think that I sort of looked to that as sort of an inspiration for the sonic palette. So that's definitely something that I reach to quite often when I'm looking for lyrics or, you know, working on the production.
Those beachy influences are present even in your acoustic album On the Roof. So where exactly did you come up with the idea?
So when Ben wrote the song Love Without a Reason that we have, it was sort of inspired by more of like a stripped down arrangement. And we actually had the idea shortly after kind of producing and recording that song to do a stripped down live session. At the time we were living in Boston, in the city, in an apartment with a rooftop. The rooftop that's in the videos for the On the Roof series that are online. And we actually recorded Love Without a Reason first. And our good friend Matt Lewis, our videographer, came in and did the whole thing in one shot and kind of had an artistic vision behind it. And when we saw the finished product of that session, we were like, you know what, we should really make it into a series and do some of our other songs like that. So we spent a couple weeks kind of stripping down some of our other songs and recording them all on the roof. Yeah, so that's how that happened.
It was really cool to sort of, you know, see the songs in a new light because you get pretty used to them, in sort of the full rock arrangement, and it was really cool to, see the songs take on a new sonic.
If you had to choose, I know this might be a hard decision, but what would be the song that you're proudest of so far?
For me, it's definitely Prima Donna. That we released that over the summer, and I think that I feel like that's the sort of my strongest concise pop tune, and I'm really happy about the production, and I think the lyrics I'm very proud of. So I'm happy to be playing that one tonight. It's going to be my favorite one to play. So
for me, I think it would be Low Tide Love. That song really got us recognized on Spotify. You know, it really paved the way for us. And yeah, that was really just the moment I realized that music is really what we're here and what we're made for. So yeah, we never looked back after Low Tide Love came out.
Yeah, that's a really good point. For me, it's a toss-up, but if I had to pick one, I'd say Staring. I mean, you know, right now it's our biggest song online, and I think there's a reason behind that. It's got a really good vibe, and I think it's very emblematic of the kind of band that we are. It's equally kind of rockin' and beachy at the same time, and, you know, has, like, really dancey parts, and we like playing that one live a lot, so it's a lot of fun. Yeah, I like that one.
If you could collab with any musician, alive or dead, who would it be and why?
Oh, geez. That's a tough one.
That's a great question. For me, I think I can speak for all of us, at least on the number one choice, which is probably, I would say Don Fagen, the last living member of Steely Dan, the greatest rock band of all time.
So, you know, the Eagles, a strong second. Yeah. A strong second on that one.
Definitely Donald Fagen, I would say, is the answer to that question.
Donald Fagen isn't really like another artist that you guys have come into close contact with, Lil Uzi Vert, right? So how exactly did that happen, and what really did happen? Because it seems like you guys kind of shine a light on it fairly often.
Yeah, so we were playing a college Springfest concert, and I think those are sort of known for eclectic lineups, which is sort of how that happened. And so Uzi was the headliner, and we played, and I don't know, Dylan, want to take the story from there?
There's a great part of this story. So let me start off by saying we didn't really have a lot of FaceTime with Uzi. Approximately zero FaceTime with Uzi. So we played our set. Went very well. I think the next person on the lineup was Rally Ritchie. He's like a kind of an R&B artist. You might know him as Grey Worm from Game of Thrones. That's not a joke. Check our Instagram. There's a picture with him. And then after that headlining, like Ben said, was Uzi Vert. He showed up like an hour late to his own set. And when he did arrive, he pulled up in a van, like, directly to the stage, like, drove through the backstage area. I just went straight to the stairs. And then another car came, and, like, some guy got out of it and opened up the trunk and pulled out, like, 2 trays of, like, 40 different sunglasses and 40 different watches, and then went into the van that Uzi was in, and then came back, like, 5 minutes later with 1 pair missing from each. So apparently that guy travels with mainly just lots of sunglasses and lots of watches, and I think that's something that we all aspire to.
And the funniest thing was that he wasn't even wearing either of them on stage.
Sounds like a fantastic job to me, honestly. So what has been your favorite show overall so far? What really happened at the show? Why do you love it so much?
Oh man, yeah, we've had some good times. I think I think hopefully this is going to be our new favorite show. We're really excited to be playing tonight. Just sold out, so we're excited about that.
Where are we playing?
I think Mercury Lounge. I guess I don't need to plug it anymore, but anyways, over the summer though, we played a really cool show that Spotify put on. That was a poolside concert in Boston. And that was a lot of fun because I've never, we usually play in venues, and so that was really cool to play literally at a pool and get people to jump in rhythmically to the music. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. I don't know if you guys have anything else you want to add to that, but
That show was definitely the most fun. Yeah, it was at the Verb Hotel in Boston. We played poolside. Yeah, it was awesome. It was a really good time. Spotify, I think, like, partnered with
VMAs.
the Boston Music Awards, and it was like a showcase for us. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, really good time.
You guys seem like you're extremely into music. Like, this is just your passion, right? But if Tipling Rock never happened, what do you think you'd be doing right now?
I am not good at this, but I imagine that I would be a baker of some kind. Yeah, okay. It's strictly in the imagination. So
Prefer cookies or cakes?
Or
anything different?
Not cakes. It would probably be like pastries.
Okay.
Elaborate pastries.
Ben makes a mean pumpkin pie.
I do. That's true.
Mean pumpkin pie.
It's very delicious. Dylan makes some good cookies too. Yeah, that can't go unmentioned. We're all college graduates too, so I studied industrial engineering in college, so I'd probably be something along those lines, but definitely not loving it as much as I would being a musician. So.
I think that if Tipling Rock hadn't happened, I would still be doing music in some capacity.
Well, except for music.
If it's not music, then
You'd probably be the CEO of some big Fortune 500 company.
oh yeah, I
The
would.
CEO that runs into the
Yeah. Well, before we totally launched into doing Tipling Rock, I worked for a company called Iron Mountain, which is a paper shredding company. So I'd probably have climbed my way up those ranks, and I would be in the paper shredding business.
Not what I expected to hear, but yeah, cool.
Shred paper, shred on the base,
So besides paper shredding, what do you guys get up to when you're not doing Tipling Rock related stuff?
It's a great question. We play a lot of Super Smash Brothers on the GameCube, especially. I know the new one came out on the Switch. We've been dabbling, and it's a lot of fun.
Who's your main?
Me on Melee, I'm a Mario guy.
Okay.
Well-rounded. People don't totally expect. Actually, Yoshi has actually become. He's a dark horse. You don't expect to get clapped by Yoshi.
Yeah. Ben's a big death from above guy in Melee, so like Yoshi and like Young Link. I don't play as Young Link. I'm a Luigi guy or Pikachu myself.
I feel like it changes on a year-to-year basis. I've been playing that game my whole life. When I was younger, it used to be Kirby. He's an easy one to get into, but recently it's been Ness.
But most of the time we're just doing music. Maybe cut that one down.
Okay. So if you had to grow up in any decade based on just the music alone, what decade would it be?
That one's easy. I know what Dylan's about to say. He's about to say the 70s. A lot of great music then. A lot of really cool production. We're super into, musical production. So it's really cool to listen to music in a sort of the golden era. You might say, although there's been a lot of amazing music obviously that's came out subsequently, but the 70s are cool.
Say for some reason Tipling Rock just decides, hey, we're gonna be a cover band from now on. What's your new #1 single?
We're all big Eagles fans. We actually recently watched the Eagles documentary, and it was life-changing for all of us. History of Eagles.
History of Eagles. I'm
not
sorry.
the Eagles.
But Eagles. Come on, Ben.
I think our #1 cover song would be "Try and Love Again" by Eagles.
None of us can sing it, but
yeah. Randy Meisner wrote that one. He had a tremendous voice, so yeah. None of us can quite duplicate that, but maybe someday.
Just finally, what's on the horizon for you guys? Any new music? Any shows you guys are excited about coming up?
Yeah, it's a great question. So Really, right now we're trying to work on cooking up as much new music as possible. We have a new single that's going to be coming out relatively soon. We can't speak on exactly when that's going to be happening, but we're going to be playing it tonight. We're really excited to see how people like it. It'll be our first time playing it, except with the exclusion of one sort of very sort of private acoustic show. So this will be cool to sort of feel out the vibe. But that single, it's going to have a B-side, which is going to be really cool. So it'll be like an A-side and then like a sort of shorter B-side that sort of further fleshes out the musical idea, which is, I don't know, kind of excited to do that because normally we do singles, so we don't really get the chance to sort of put non-single material out. So that'll be pretty fun. And then other than that, a lot of new music. We have a show in Boston coming up at Lily Pad, which should be pretty fun.
March 19th.
March 19th. Check it out. Anything else, guys?
No, after the next single, I think what we're going to do is go on vacation for a long time. And then maybe we'll make some more music.
Well, that's about all I've got. Thank you guys very much for your time. Very excited to see you guys later tonight. Anything else you want to say?
I think that's it for now.
That's it. Yeah.
All right.
Thanks.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Connor.
Thank you. So this is Connor from WRSU FM New Brunswick signing off. See ya.